I just think I should.
Hello, everyone. So much love. If you want to be seen, you can. Hillary, if you like to join it, if you like, you can join in.
We're less than 50.
We're so
We get some inches away from you.
social distance. What is that called?
Social distance.
Yes, appropriate social distancing. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us about 15 minutes earlier. We really appreciate it because we felt before we go straight into the meditation for this evening, considering everything that is going on and all the concerns that many people have, we just have the opportunity to be open to each other. Originally, Michael and I wanted to have a potluck earlier and have a bunch of people come and celebrate. I really use this as a celebration so that we, as the bringers of light workers, we choose love over fear. And the conscious feel, if in your consciousness you believe this vessel, this miracle living vibration as a gift of the creator you are, is going to be reduced to this virus just like that. Like, I really feel like maybe perhaps there's an opportunity to shift that and evolve that a little bit, because this is designed to withstand so many things here on earth, the harsh conditions of earth. So, but again, out of respect, we did take precautions. So we have a smaller gathering, and we're very grateful. Nobody's sniffling, nobody's coughing, nobody's sneezing. We all washed our hands. So we wanted to share that publicly because we are still being responsible as well. And also not allowing anything less than the heart and the love be really in our vibration field. I don't even want to use the word see anymore at all.
Well, and
The C word.
I also want to give the compassion, the respect, and honor for all those that may be feeling a little anxious, a little worried, and just honor you for where you're at, and to know that sometimes, due to our own circumstances, due to our own limited beliefs and conditions that society just placed on us, that we just have to honor those energies to come up so that we can transform them through the reality of what's in our heart. And when we really touch our heart and feel the truth of what's within our heart and seek and hear the guidance that comes through, then we'll see the true validity and the purity that wants to speak to you at any moment, any time. In that moment, I feel it is now to really listen to that and feel that, and to take whatever's coming through and not to label it good or bad, not to judge it, but just to recognize it and to transform it through the love and the light that is here awaiting within the heart. And most specifically, what we are so honored to be here to support, to honor, and to just really be present to that, because we know that's within each and every one of us.
Thank you. And I wanted to open this space up because on the Facebook page, I really did, and I welcome us in this group as well. I welcome all of you to give yourself permission to not deny any part of you, but the concerns that you may actually have right now. Maybe 1, 2, or 3 concerns you have. Give the opportunity to just state them here. I'm concerned about this. I'm concerned about that. And it is not that you're going to strengthen the concern. What I'm going to invite you to do is to allow yourself to voice that concern, bring it out of you, and to know that there's a higher team that is placed here between all the angels, all the ascended masters, all the councils, all the hierarchy of team of light. Through this dismantling and reshifting and reconstructing, there is support all around us with every single one of us. And I want to welcome you to give your concerns into the center for tonight, but replace the love that is here for tonight and breathe in that love instead. I'm going to walk you through in just a minute how to do this, how to dive into this meditation. Replace the worry, the concern, the anxiety, whatever you have, whether it's for you or your family. And let's maybe go around here for a second. Hillary, do you have any concern right now?
The only thing I was talking, should I put my face in the
If
screen?
you like,
You can
you know,
maneuver
they
if
can
you
hear
want
it
to.
too, if you like.
The only concern that I was mentioning before is I do feel like there's some fear in the collective. And I was saying that I was feeling pretty well on my own, and I see the greater picture and I'm very excited about it. But then every now and again, I would feel a little bit of anxiety that I would have to breathe through or go outside. And I really feel like, there's so much fear on this planet right now that it's possible as light workers, we're very sensitive to that.
Yeah. So as it concerns, so for this moment, if you were to have anything that you like to place into the middle so that it's carried by the angels or the masters and the dragons and all this hierarchy of team of light you have, what would that be? Any
Yeah. So
just a simple one if you want to put it in the middle. So
Just-
each contribute.
just letting go of anxiety, of collective anxiety.
Okay, so that would be yours.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we just want to make it short and concrete. Michael, do you have any one that you want to put in the middle?
This is for the collective. I feel pretty calm and collect, but I would just like to take the fear of the unknown that's in the collective right now and place that into the fire. I would like to take the fear of death, place that into the fire, and then I also like to take the fear of what we believe as a pandemic and place that into the fire of the illusion that's before us.
Thank you.
Mhm.
That's beautiful. I'm like you. I don't have really personal concerns. I feel if that I have anything, it would be when the state borders close. Regarding a little bit or county close, they mentioned that. Just that level of closing that may feel like claustrophobic for some people, not being able to communicate or the internet and things being shut down. I like to put that into the middle here for that to be taken care of by the higher team, and also any forced vaccinations on any of us. I like to place that into this center as well.
I'd like to place in the center of the collective's fear of not being able to survive due to lack of funds, and also the fear of being near your loved ones and simply just giving each other hugs and refraining from that. I'd like to put that into the fire.
Thank you.
I would like to put into the middle the fear of, I'm trying to think of like a way to word this, but just the fear of not being able to feel the love that you would need in order to get through the anxiety that you may have.
Thank you. That's beautiful. And any of you that are on this live stream right now with us, thank you so much for taking the time. Please go ahead, give yourself permission to place that into the center, however way you wish. It is heard etherically. It's all perfect. And the reason why behind this is when you give yourself permission to address what's there, then it's not going to be expressed in any other way other than the truth. Right now, all is dismantling before us in multiple dimensional ways because our multidimensional self is able to see realities clearly in many ways and really seeing what is taking place before us that is part of the reset and this delivering of the golden age, as these old energetic systems are totally falling apart, because it has to be, and we all agreed collectively to be here at this time to go through it. So we've been preparing for so long for this individually, and finally it's our time that we get to go through this together. So
And I would just like to say thank you for all of you, because this is our largest gathering that we see right now that are joining us, and to know that there is really no time and space when we look at the collective. So we are all here in this circle. We're all here connecting heart to heart, hand to hand, soul to soul, as we connect this energy tonight. So thank you all for joining us.
thank you. And we'll be starting the music in just a minute. So I'm going to walk us through how to get into this place, and how to, from 8 to 8:30, we're going to be silent fully in this meditation. And as a collective energy, it is so important to come from our hearts and allow our logical mind to step on the side and be in this total free flowing state where the higher visions are able to be seen through our spiritual eye, so that we can heart it, we can feel it, we can embrace it. And these vessels, these garments are used so that these higher goods can come onto the planet. And we allow it to be free. It goes exactly where it needs to go. So what we're going to start with is placing our hands in our hearts. And you get into a very comfortable position as you like. And Michael, maybe would you like to put it with the music on?
Yeah.
Please. So get very comfortable in a very beautiful, relaxed position, hands on your heart, and begin to breathe in and breathe out. And for those of you that may be having a little bit more of an anxiety feeling, I'm going to invite you to take a breath in, hold it about 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and release it out through your mouth. And again, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in again, relax your shoulders. And breathe it out nice and easy. And I'm going to invite you to continue breathing in this place. As your eyes are closed, the light codes under the muscles of your eyes begin to relax. Through your breath, they will travel back through the center of your head and be carried down towards your heart. And as your hands are placed in your heart, you're dropping all the attention to right beneath your palms and allowing yourself to call upon the light, so you can see the light of illumination right inside your heart, in that dazzling, glorious, illuminated flame from Source Creator. So beautiful, so pure, so bright and bold, dazzling in the grace of divine, radiating in the light of love, reflecting the divine's perfection from the source that each of us come from. And as you breathe in this place, breathe all the way out. Breathe it all the way to all your organs. Breathe it all the way to all your muscles. Breathe it all the way through all your bones, Breathe it to your molecules, neurotransmitters, and atoms. Breathe it into your lymph nodes. Breathe it into your bloodstream. Breathe it completely in all your physical template. Then extend it to your emotional body, your breath. And from its joy, breathe it out to your mental body. And again, breathe it out to your etheric body. And breathe it all the way out to your spiritual body. Visualizing yourself now inside a golden ball of light, like a sphere of light, or a sunlight. Or if you rather visualize yourself inside a golden pyramid, or a golden Merkaba, or even a golden diamond, completely shielding you by its highest vibration of crystalline light of love. And breathe into this place, and breathe it out. And increase your breath even deeper as you drop in even deeper, and you breathe it out, expanding it even grander around you. So everything within you benefits, and all of you. And I ask you to draw its attention, connecting it all the way to Gaia, Mother Earth's sacred heart, her diamond heart, fully connected there in her heart and your heartbeat. And also draw the attention from your crown all the way up to source light of all illumination, to the divine creator. So you're fully anchored from the heart of source light of all illumination, all the way through all dimensions, all things, all consciousness, all fields, all the way in this vertical axis of light, through you all the way to the center of Gaia's heart. And here now, fill yourself all the way with so much illumination of love. And when you are ready, you've been fed with what you need first, then place your hand into the center and let your beautiful sacred vessel be an instrument of the stream flow of love coming through you and coming through your hands directed towards earth and humanity, going exactly where it needs to go, wherever it needs this stream of love today. If you see higher visions, just be a witness to it. We'll see you in a little while. Continue to breathe consciously. And all your concerns will be handled by the team of the Masters and the Mahakoha and the angels and beautiful galactic family of light, Master Command. So you can rejoice, being held in comfort, safety, peace, and ease. And so it is. Welcoming you all to journey back. Return back to your heart. Taking a deep breath in and release. And again. And one more time. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, stretch your body, welcome in, welcome with your joy in your heart, and trust that everything that took place was exactly as it was supposed to be, no questioning. Just pure expression. And let us go around in our circle briefly sharing what we experienced today, and we open her up to you as well. Thank you. Would you like to start, Magdalene?
It felt like, well, it was like there was something spinning, and the spinning stopped, but it felt like wings were coming in to protect the chaos that could come from the spinning stopping, and then letting go and creating a bunch of openness and love and unity throughout many different countries. And I could see the faces of different people in different places, and just feeling more of a sense of world unity rather than just being separated by whatever separates each person, becoming more protected and loved.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Caitlin?
For me, it was really anchoring in the golden light, and I was visioning many people that I know having the green ray of light healing them internally. I kept seeing the image of people just eating like food to mouth, and I just went with that. I guess for me that meant everyone will be fed, and we will survive. And I don't know. It was mostly just really holding in the earth with this golden light and all the grid lines streaming in this light, and calling on so many masters and angels and teachers for their strength to work through me and for the whole entire planet. It wasn't quite as visual as others, mostly just really focusing on wrapping the earth with the light.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you so much, Caitlin. For me, so we're making this a little bit briefer so we can get to everyone too. So for me, mine was very much focused on the golden light as well. The couple of significant things that happened today. The very first thing, I saw Earth as like a ball of fire, like a charcoal, if you want to call it, but like flame coming out of it, and kind of like a meteorite, like just moving through, just sort of being blasted through. And as I focused in, I saw, this was first before the golden light, that dark, this dark that has held humanity enslaved and imprisoned, is just being fully transmuted and pulled away. And I saw from all humans on earth, it's taking with it the fear that is part of it. And it was so beautiful visually as it was leaving. Then here was the true earth, the true Gaia, so iridescent, beautiful, luminous, and that exact utopia that so many of us have had the vision of. And it was right there. And then that's when the golden light was just pouring in and holding the golden light and through its grids, and seeing everything, just everything that was part of that was descending far away from this new earth, was just luminous. All the grids were luminous and golden light flowing easily through people, and there was this experience of wing. We all had these wings, like wings to wrap each other, and in love, wrap each other in this love. It was so beautiful. I just want to stay in it longer and longer. And the final, and there more things took place, but the final thing was I saw this ginormous kind of like a sheet of fabric, if you want to call it that, but not even that, but I can't even express, millions and millions and millions of angels that had these concerns that were expressed collectively was placed on there, and I could hear their celestial sound, and they just took the prayer, the concerns, the worries, And like this, they just carried it, and they were singing as they were carrying it out. And I could feel the collective lift of people. So I would love to hear, how you feel, because I really felt that like literally lift. They just took it. And that's why I was guided, express it so they can take it. And there were more templates, but this was really the part. And the only other part was the Metarians, which a couple of weeks ago, the new extraterrestrial beings that I had contact with, they showed up today together with Antarians, and they put in my palm this um, pink um, pink violet color. It's more pink but violet color, and they said, put this around anyone that has a concern. So I went around, put it around as many that I felt right now had concerns. So just wanted to share that. It was a very interesting ray color that I'd never seen before. And that was my experience.
Thank you. Today was the most love I've ever experienced in this weekly Tuesday silent meditation. As soon as I closed my eyes, it was interesting, Caitlin, this revolving golden rays started just to fill my whole screen in front of me. As those rays came in, it just lit up everything to where the earth became this flame, and then that shifted to this violet flame that was covering all of earth. It was really wild because as the rays came in, all of a sudden it was like all the rainbow colors came in, and then this translucent clear code started shifting through the rays, and then the love within myself kept expanding deeper. And as these codes were coming in, that light expanded to the point that I went into it, and then into earth, and then out into the celestial realm where there was just so many beings of light in the highest level of love you can possibly imagine, shining their light, their smile, their joy toward earth, and then seeing that earth is in the center of the whole galaxy, which is connecting light to all the planets, universes, omniverses out in a whole trajectory right now. And as those lights were coming in, then it brought me into earth where it showed so many people holding hands, people hugging. It showed, visions of clear water. It showed just this harmony, this utopia of our perfect balance, our perfect health, our way of being in our most natural form, and just so many smiles on people's faces, joy, lots of just energies. And as that started to open, then the strangest thing happened. All of a sudden, these crystals came out of earth and formed a dome, almost like an atmosphere around earth. And as those crystals enclosed the earth, then it just, out of the crystals, golden light came down and transformed everything and everyone into complete, just crystalline light. And that's where I saw everyone forgiving the dark, those that were involved in dark, shedding, forgiveness, like everything that was been involved in a dense, dark way, that was immediately transmuted back into light. And there was no heaviness, no darkness, it was just light everywhere. And it was interesting because as that light opened up, then I saw the biggest set of wings I've ever seen. And I just sat with that, and then I realized it was Archangel Michael placing his sword directly into the crystalline dome that was over that, and that shimmered light through the earth, through all the grid lines, upward and outward like a throw field, but also through us as transmitters. And somehow we were all around DC. And as we were on DC, right where the monument was, that light went through the monument directly outward, and then as Archangel Michael has spoken before, fallen angels, you just started seeing I started to see like energy of angels like coming up through the atmosphere from dark to light. And they start to rise. And then at the very end, more things happened at the very end, and it showed the biggest celebration Earth has ever had. So it was like this had to come forward so that people could just get out of the house and just start loading the streets. And it reminded me kind of like the Women's March, where just everyone just opened their doors and they just took to the streets. And everyone was holding hands and everyone was celebrating. And it was like, and then when everyone got into the streets, they looked up to the sky and it was just like rays of light shooting out of the sky, angels shooting out, ascended masters. And we were all like in just the highest jubilation and peace and radiation of love together. Pretty powerful.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it was wild. I almost want to write about it because it just showed the celebration of going through this very dense time, and then all of a sudden coming through it. And then on the other side, it's like we were just all in tears of happiness and joy, bringing forth the celebration of our humanity that we always knew would be here.
Hillary?
So mine was a lot like all of yours.
Yeah.
I saw, all of us. It was like us, but like all these light workers. We were all, holding the earth. We were above the earth, looking down, sending all this golden white. It almost looked like material, some kind of shimmery golden white light all around the earth, and the masters and the galactic, everybody's galactic families, they were applauding us. They were like bowing to us. They were like, you did it. And then the fear that we were all feeling turned into pink flowers, beautiful, like almost like Gerber daisies. It was like just these flowers that kept changing and changing, transmuting the fear. I saw, I think, what will be, which was these like really cute, tiny, like wooden houses that we all lived in. They were like very small but fine, and because we were mostly outside anyway. And the people, I don't know if it was us, we were almost liquid, like we were like almost like water. It was really neat. I don't know. It was just beautiful. It was beautiful. I felt the love. I didn't see the wings that everybody else saw, but just this feeling of we had arrived, made it.
Yeah, definitely.
As
Thank you so much.
As you guys were saying everything that you saw, like all these flooding memories, it was hard to say it at first because it was just coming through and it was hard to put into words. But I'm a little bit hesitant to say this, but in the very, very beginning, I was in some empty golden space with, I was holding hands with Donald Trump and the leader of North Korea and President Obama and the Russian president. And I was just like, I'm not here to judge you. I love you. I love you so much. And I was just like, I was just like going like this, and they were getting this golden shimmery light, and then it went on to everything else, and I saw the circle of life flowing with water and a golden pyramid on top of it, and everything is now coming through. Because you guys are saying
a lot more happens. Thank you.
It's been interesting.
Let me just find
I
out.
also saw Donald Trump shaking hands with different leaders and that happening. And then lastly, I forgot to say, I got a message from my father saying this time we're experiencing the highest amount of light and love moving through the galaxy. So, just feel what's coming through right now. Like, not only feel it, but like be a diamond clear transmitter of it, because what's coming through right now is nothing that humanity's ever seen before. So bring all of that in, and then just blast it out as if you're just a mirror to all of humanity.
Thank you. So let me just welcome Patty, Christine. Thank you so much. Dana, thank you. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Christina Paget. Thank you for placing that in there. Thank you. I don't know what this is. I can't even read it. Let's see. Dana, so much rainbow light. Jenny, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you, Valerie. She was asked again, of course, to focus on the whales. We appreciate that so much, Jenny. I saw tops of the pyramids releasing, coming off of them, saw the earth healing and oceans healing, plastic waste disappearing. Thank you so much. Valerie says, I was swimming with them, with the whales, also show the earth from above. The whales are drawing codes with their swim patterns that are excelling the frequency of earth. Yes, I'm going to share a quick scene of about the whales as well. One of the things that I also experienced that I like to share, really appreciate you all joining. Just briefly, I had two things that I wanted to share. Well, I don't know if it's one was with the whales. I felt, Valerie, this might pertain for you as well. One of the things that I saw towards the end with the whale masters was there was again, I keep going back to this ginormous crystal, whatever that's creating, it's deep inside earth, that's creating this sound frequency. And I was being shown that this sound frequency was used or hijacked by the energies before that are leaving our planet. They had hijacked it and they had used it through the grids. And I was being shown all the grids that are golden now, that this sound would be the proper resonance sound vibrating out of all the grid system. And the sound is coming from the whales in our oceans that are taking care of this with this crystal. And I'm saying this crystal has something to do somewhere underneath, way underneath where Vatican is, way underneath. I don't know, just whatever. I probably shouldn't say this either, but whatever. It's like leaving. So I just wanted to add that to this. And towards the end, my fingers were doing, what they usually go and to start the balancing and what have you. And we really appreciate all of you joining tonight. Thank you so much for this large gathering. Maybe we'll expand this again instead of maybe next week, Tuesday. Maybe we'll do it maybe a little bit closer in. Let's see, until Tuesday. I don't know yet. We're supposed to have I will announce it. We're supposed to have our spring equinox event here, but we're going to be canceling it right now. But instead, Saturday with Christina Gold of 24 Karat Healing, there's 6 of us that will be on a Zoom panel regarding these higher prayers. Each of us are actually going to offer either a healing or a prayer or something in this gathering that we have, so all of you can join. And I feel it's beautiful because there's this amazing surge that's coming from people. Everybody wants to do more good, gather and do good, and it's the beginning of the goodness of humanity rising. So it's so amazing and beautiful. And I thank all of us. And what we're seeing as we sit together, what we're experiencing is we're going into each other. I feel the only other thing you talk about liquid, as I was saying, I keep hearing, you're liquid now. You're liquid. So my hands were going each other to see if it will pass through each other. Like there was something. These new bodies will be able to like literally pass through each other. It was, and I was like, wow, like I could feel it energetically. I'm like, okay, but it's just about to happen. It was very, very beautiful, yeah, and no resistance in it. So how's everyone feeling?
More illuminated than ever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'd like to know how you are feeling after the meditation. How's everyone feeling? Would you like to give us a little feedback on how you're feeling? We'd love to hear from you before we close this off. We thank you so much for your love, for your blessings, for your luminous presence, the present that you are. May you remember that everything is part of the divine plan, that this too is part of the divine plan, and you will be able to. Thank you, Becky. I'm so glad you joined us. Light. I hope you feel lighter now. Let me know if you feel lighter now. Jenny, wonderful, uplifted, ready, so much love. Thank you so much, Jenny. That's the gathering. Nothing is going to stop us. We're going to continue. Christina Patrick, feel great, peaceful, and not alone. Thank you. I'm glad. Beautiful. That's the whole point. That's why we gather. Thank you so much for sharing. Love to hear from a few more of you. Christina Gill, thank you. I'm feeling more connected. Thank you. Namaste. Wonderful. Yes, brighter. Thank you so much, Becky. I appreciate the feedback. Really, really grateful. It really helps when you share your comments because it's for everybody. If you came in with concerns on how we live and just sitting in silence, surrender. Thank you, Ken. So appreciate. Welcome. Thank you to all the newcomers. We appreciate this very, very much. May each of you remember this. You can do also every night yourself. Connect with the collective energy. It's here for all of us. We're definitely not alone. There are millions and millions and millions of us, and we're radiating brighter and lighter and even more magnificent than before because we're all unifying in one field of light, one network of light, and nothing can stop us because we've already passed the tipping point. We're just on the rise and rise. And what is being dismantled has to be dismantled, broken down, and transmuted because we are the bringers of light, bringing the new, bringing the golden age, bringing all the new innovations. And we are the protector of the land and the children. So thank you so much, everyone. Yes, we are in this together, Christine. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. This is amazing. This is a wonderful gathering we had. If this really helped you, feel free to share it. Invite others to join with us next week, Tuesday. Same time, we'll start a little earlier. And no matter what happens, we got this. Stay in love. That's a choice. Stay right here. And this is where you can operate and vibrate from. Have a wonderful night, everyone. You're going to have the magical evening with beautiful sleep that you deserve. Keep breathing. And if you get anxious for any reason, and if you tap into the collective energy, breathe in, hold your breath for 3 to 5 seconds, release it. Do it for 5 minutes. It will alkaline your entire system and everything will calm down. Much love. Aho, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Good night.